So I have covered a bunch of budget microphones on this channel and even covered expensive ones like the SM7B. And so a lot of companies have been sending me microphones lately to test, and one came a little early. This, the Maono PD400X, and Maono sent this out for me to take a look at. And what you might notice looking at that microphone is it looks shape-wise kind of like the Rode Pod mic. $100, $150. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look and we're going to do an unboxing. You're going to hear the sound test both from USB-C and XLR on this microphone, all for the price of $150, and there's a dedicated app. So we're going to have to get all that installed, and you're going to come along for this process with me and see exactly what this mic is all about. You know what else we can get into? The word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Lightstream. Lightstream is a cloud-based streaming service where you can stream directly from your console to Lightstream, and then they will re-encode your stream with professional overlays, things like Stream Elements, Rainmaker.gg, a whole bunch of things like videos and graphics you can put onto your stream and never have to use a streaming PC to do these things. Right now, you can get 25% off your first 3 months by using my coupon code Darkened Cyrus. So make sure you go ahead and visit the link in the description to go ahead and order this, and thank you to Lightstream for sponsoring this video. So we've actually covered a Maono product before. This is the Maono like $25 microphone. I just did a video comparing it to the SM7B, and for $25 they did a fantastic job. So I'm very curious to see how their dynamic microphone that's got USB-C and all that works. So it is a USB XLR microphone. It is a dynamic mic, and it is the PD400X. So let's go ahead and take some of this off. On the front it says Maono Professional Audio Innovation, and really nice unboxing experience so far. I like the color. You can't really accurately see the color from there. Here, I'll flip over to the cam so you can see, like, here's what the actual color looks like, so you can see the big difference there. But inside the box, you're going to see they do have a user manual, and one of the things that's really cool that I like to go into these and see is the naturally tuned graph they have here. And so you might not know what this much means or any of this really means, but basically it looks like they've boosted the high ends like before it even comes out of box. So really cool to go ahead and see that this will probably sound decent straight out of box. So that's cool. All right, and then inside you're going to get a bass that comes with it. Oh my gosh, that's almost as heavy as the pod mic. And if you know anything about this thing's a tank. Good solid bass stand. That's awesome. They do give you a windscreen to go ahead and put on. Pretty nice. It does not feels kind of cheap, if I'm going to be honest. And if you put your face against that, like I just did that, if I put your face against it, which why does that matter? But if you did, this is not like the best feeling thing in the world. So just whatever the case, we'll see how much this impacts it when we do a sound test. We'll do the microphone last. They do include an XLR cable. It actually doesn't look like the cheapest XLR cable in the world. This actually looks pretty decent. And they included a USB-C. Oh, this is that cool cable. They included a USB-C to a USB-C with a USB-A adapter. Long story short, you can pull this apart and you get an adapter to go in between. That's cool. So if you're using like a MacBook or something like that, and I think that's pretty much it. So the last thing is microphone. So here is this microphone. This is the Maono PD400X. They got a little bit of detail on the side right here. So if that's a turn off, I'm sure you can put just something over the top of that. But honestly, the all black design. Oh, and it feels really good pivoting through this. Wow. Okay, so go ahead and take a look at the bottom right here. That's not going to focus very well, but USB-C, XLR, and then also the headphone jack right here. Really cool thing is on the bottom, they actually have a toggle switch. I don't think if I switch to the cam, you're not gonna be able to see it over there either, but they have a toggle switch right here that it looks like you can have flat EQ, a roll off, and then a presence boost, and you can toggle in between them with this. I didn't know that they would have that feature on here. That's pretty cool. That's like the SM7B. If I turn this over, you can see back they have some physical dip switches for stuff like that, and things like the Blue Sona mic has some things like this. So for $150 you're getting some cool stuff. Plus you're getting, if I read correctly, this will cycle between gain for the microphone, your headphone volume, and then some audio monitoring stuff just by tapping the button. And then there's an actual capacitive mute button tapping here. Sorry about the shaky table. Pretty cool. And with the bass stand that they include, it can be used straight out of box directly like this, or you can attach it to you know, another mic stand. It's kind of short on that, if I'm going to be honest. So I think I've got another stand just like this one. So for recording and doing testing purposes, I think I'm going to put it on this other stand because that's kind of short. And for a dynamic microphone, I mean, this is a good addition. I'm glad they put this in here. Cool bass, but I don't think it's going to be very useful if I'm going to be completely honest. So I'm going to put it on this stand. Oh, and this is like the, oh wow. So it spins here almost just like the Rode Pod mic, how it pivots on its point right here. It pivots on that bottom point right here, and you can tighten and loosen it. So cool microphone. Really big. I'm gonna go ahead and move them up so you can kind of see side by side to the SM7B. That's kind of about the, sorry, side by side kind of like to the SM7B. This is what you're going to see. All right, so cool unboxing experience. I know you're curious about what I'm curious about. How does it sound? So let me plug this in and we'll do some sound samples and let you hear what it sounds like over USB as well as over XLR. And then we'll come back and do our final thoughts. And you've been listening to the SM7B right now, so you can compare the two wherever you want. So let's hear what this maono PD400X sounds like. So here's the windsock, guys. Oh, this thing is atrocious. It does not want to go on. It's one of those get it on and never take it off kind of deals. Holy God. That looks like a toy, but I guess if it works, I mean, that looks like a toy. This looks dumb with this on here, but some people care about the effectiveness, and it looks like there's already a built-in one. Almost, it's crazy. Like looking at this, I'm not trying to draw like a whole bunch of comparisons, but it's almost, I mean, the framing, it's almost like these two came from the same manufacturer, but obviously they didn't, you know. The size of the diaphragm, holy crap, literally from end to end, it's crazy how like similar these are. Let's see if it sounds better. This is a sound test of the PD400X. I'm about 3 inches away from the end of the capsule. This is about where I would be if I was using the SM7B or any other dynamic microphone like the Rode Pod mic or even the K688, which lives on my station. But this is what it sounds like just speaking at a normal volume, almost like I was having a conversation with you. This is me getting a little bit louder and kind of almost peeking out the microphone. And this is me speaking softer. And these are with no adjustments. This is raw audio, just sound level matched to make sure that you can hear the comparison. And here we are. This is the SM7B and a sound test of it, almost the exact same distance, 3 inches away. They're both sitting here hearing the exact same audio that I'm going through. And now I'm going to have my editor kind of toggle in between the two, and I'm going to talk between the two microphones here, and you're going to be able to hear what it sounds like from the maono and what it sounds like from the SM7B. What I do want to say is thank you so much for supporting this channel and allowing these unboxings to happen. I'm really excited with what's happening, and this is the XLR sound test of these microphones. So I just plugged in the USB-C. I've adjusted nothing. This is out of box. I've literally done nothing, and I'm still recording on the SM7B and PD400X on USB-C. But looking at the top of this, I don't know how much you can see. Let me tilt this down. But when I speak into this, the actual LEDs that come around show me what the level is on the microphone. That's crazy. I'll have to get some B-roll. I'll put some B-roll up right here of you being able to see that. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. As you can see, it's just monitoring that all the way around. Touch to mute. Like, that's crazy. Oh, it feels so nice. But as you're talking into the mic, you're able to see like if you're clipping or not. There's an actual gain. Like, it shows you what's happening on the top for your input. All right, and so if I click this, it's on microphone volume. So I can actually turn down the gain of the mic. Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. I'm assuming that that's monitoring that I would hear when I plugged in. Nope. Wow. So a lot of real tactile clicks here, and there isn't like a top out, like where the knob stops, because you have that visual right here. Oh, and it just automatically goes back. Like if you don't touch anything, it goes back to monitoring and showing you how loud you are. Whoa. All right, let's click it twice, and then now it's on the headphone, and then you can turn down like what it would sound like if you were monitoring the headphone piece. Wow, that's crazy. And then obviously there's a mute button right here that you just tap on the top and it turns red. Nothing crazy over the top, it just mutes immediately. Obviously I'm talking on the SM7B right now, but wow. Okay, so there's an app. Let me download this app. Maono Link software. Okay, so there is subscribe to get software updates. I'm not worried about software updates. Download Windows, Mac, Android. Oh, there's an Android app from the Google Play Store. It did say on the box that this would work or with actual like phone devices and stuff because it's USB-C. So I'm just going to go ahead and download this, and we're going to install this really quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so here I am. There's an instruction manual, but then there's just an install. Protected your PC. Run anyway. So So obviously if you see that, make sure you click the appropriate thing. Curious to see what malware I'm installing on my computer. Good thing it's not my main computer, just my streaming like recording rig. All right, let's run it. All right, so it's showing the PD400X. Oh, I kind of like that brass. Do you see this? Like the one I've got is just like black. I kind of like that brass look. Okay, so let's go to settings first. Oh, it's just like basic stuff. So what do? Do I just click the microphone? Hardware syncing, please wait. You're kidding. Do you see this? Look, like advanced. What happens on advanced? Oh, there's just standard and advanced. Okay, so if you click on standard, mute mic, headphone volume, you can, you know, do your monitor mix between your mic and yo, you can do the distance. This reminds me of the software for the Shure MV7's software. Oh, and there's an app on the phone. So it's literally like the Shure MV7. So they're targeting that Shure MV7. Let me know in the comments. Do you want me to get a Shure MV7 and compare it to this? I've never owned an MV7. But now I kind of want to. Look at this. They have a legacy thing. You can do deep. I'm going to change these. I'm not listening. Actually, let me put my headphones on. Let me listen to what's happening. Because I have no clue what's happening. So let me actually make it to where I can't hear. Okay, so if I do natural. Oh, okay. And then bright. Wow. So what's the buttons on the back? Oh, I think that's the EQ stuff over here. Okay, so there's deep. Oh, wow. I think that's what it's on naturally. Oh, that sounds really nice. And then here is natural. It obviously brings those mids up. And then bright, I'm assuming, is like a high or like a low boost in the top. Wow. And then distance. So this is where I'm near. Mid, testing 1, 2. And then far. Oh, wow. I mean, you can still hear like background. Like if you hear, listen close. Like you can hear background sounds, but if you put it on near, yeah, even they're showing like really close to it. Mid's not bad though. Like I could feel comfortable with this. Wow. All right, let's go into advanced settings because we're advanced, guys. All right, so they have the headset volume, monitor mix between your EQ and the actual PC, which is flat. That's cool. So obviously that's plugging in a headset to the back of the mic so you can hear it. They have a gain. Oh, they have a limiter all built in. Look, they have a compressor built in. Whoa! All right, I'm pretty stoked. It sounds good. Let's just be honest. Okay, we're still listening to it for clarity. Okay, I'm gonna turn off. I'm gonna switch back. This is what it sounds like on XLR. So this is what it is on XLR, and this is what it sounds like on USB. So you tell me what the difference is there. Okay, so you can turn on a limiter, a natural compressor, so it's giving you the threshold range. So if I bump that down, oh, yo, I'm gonna be honest, I did not expect to see this. They've got a threshold range, you know, attack, all that stuff. This is important because it's gonna be like where your speaking volume is. You wanna put this just below it so it compresses up to it. And then how much that impacts the original sound. So this would be like a wet mix. Wow. What about EQ? So flat, high pass filter, probably rolls off that 80 hertz. Presence boost, testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. This is a presence boost. And then high pass with a presence boost. Is that changing? Oh, and it is. So on the back of the microphone, you don't even have to use this app except for like the filters, because if I touch the button on the back of the mic, it changes the EQ. So I'm at flat right now, high pass, presence boost, high pass, presence boost. Maono, this is sweet, bro. So my question is, obviously it saves on the mic. Wow. Maybe it doesn't save on the mic. Oh, whoa. Okay, so I just jumped to standard and it sounds so much different. If I go to advanced, it's got the high pass and all that's on it. If I go to neutral, let's go back to standard. It sounds about the same, right? But that high pass, well, listen to this. I think I'm really loud. Oh, you're hearing an echo. So this whole time you've been hearing an echo. That's not from the mic. It's because my headset's bleeding into this, or it might be coming from the SM7. I don't know. So you might be hearing an echo. It's not that. It's because of my headset. Sorry, guys. Regardless of that, if you heard that like doubled audio, I'm so sorry. Holy crap. And I can change that EQ on the fly on the bottom of the mic. This is a $150 microphone, guys. Honestly, like looking at this is a $150 mic that I think, holy crap. Final thoughts. Again, I've got both of them on. I've got the USB going on here, and we've got the SM7B still going. Final thoughts. Is the Maono PD400X a good buy? I just listened to it. Not only is it feature rich, this up here is so cool. Having the active piece. Again, I'll do some B-roll of this in a moment and pop it up. Oh, and that's the mix between volumes. Going in between the two. Wow. And then obviously just like mic volume, mic gain. That's just nuts. And then on the bottom here is where you actually have this EQ piece. Press this button, switch in between the EQs and engage the high pass and the presence and all that. Wow. Oh my God, guys. This is honestly nuts. And that's where you would plug in your headphones. Wow. And then this is with it just flat. That's crazy. Crazy. And you can dual record. I was running XLR and USB. The options you get, and it sounds, you let me know. What do you think the sound is? Jump down in the comments. Do you like the sound of this? Think about it, you know, and if you want to look at some other reviews, I did a comparison where I went like a cheaper $60 microphone to the SM7B. Go listen to them. And I'll probably do a comparison video with this and a bunch more microphones. I'm honestly blown away. Maono, thank you for sending this mic over. I'm going to be honest, I was not expecting this because this is pretty cool. I'm pretty shook right now. I'm shooketh. Yeah, check this video out right here if you want to go ahead and see some other microphones and hear how they test. And I will probably do an updated review of this microphone among the suite of mics. I probably have like maybe 8 or 9 microphones that I'll probably put this in the mix in with a master video. Make sure you subscribe so you see that video. All right, check that one out. We'll see you over there. Awesome job, Maono. Great mic.